Top of the morning to ya. The dog is yanking my arm off because there's a bunny running around the yard nearby here, and she is going crazy. What is it that drives you crazy? What is it that makes you mad, makes you go nuts? For me, last night I had an experience. My daughter, not to be named, didn't have some schoolwork done and was playing video games. And that's one that makes me mad. And it wouldn't be so bad. She does really well, takes care of all of her stuff well, does what's expected, polite, respectful, kind, generous, very Christ-like in all sorts of ways. The last two of these assignments were not turned in on time. And she asked Mom, "Can I play video games?" And Mom said yes. And I found her playing video games as I was getting ready to take one of the kids to soccer, and said, "What's going on here? Don't you have a book report due tomorrow?" And she said, "Yes, Mom said I could play video games." I was like, "Really? Is Mom aware that you have a book report due tomorrow?" No, she's not really aware of that. Well, let's get the book report done and then you can play video games. And that's kind of expected. It hasn't been clear because it really hasn't been a problem. And then the last two assignments of this type, it was a problem. So there's a pattern established. And we talk about responsibilities before playing and entertainment and recreation. And then she stomped up the stairs in anger. And I said, "And behavior like that will get you no video games at all today, even when your book report's done." So she had the warning. And so that's where, I don't know, stomping up the stairs, I'm okay with that. But the slamming of doors is not. She did take a tablet to her room, and I went up and said, "Hey, do you have the tablet? I don't see it. It's not where it belongs." "Yep, I had it." And she half opened the door and then slammed it. And I said, "Well, now you've decided that you don't get video games today." Needless to say, the book report isn't done to this moment. And so that's the thing that makes me mad, is slamming doors. We have one broken door in our house in the basement, more from a birthday party than a slamming. They were trying to keep the other boys out from the Nerf war, and couldn't do that without bending the door to kind of those hollow core doors, and it flexed and it popped all the seams on the bottom and the corner of the door. But sometimes when we're angry, we gotta make noise, and we gotta yell. We gotta punch a pillow or do something appropriate to manage that anger. And I thought I did pretty good. Maybe could have asked a few more questions and gave her some sort of leeway to establish her plan and measure out and see that it wasn't achievable. In her anger, she took a nap for an hour to try to get over it, and that kind of hindered the completion of the reading part of the assignment. So what else could I have done? Yeah, I think just having that dialogue of, well, what is this? What happened the last time? What happened the time before? And how did that work out? And she also had a special event one of those two times, so there were no consequences both times. And yeah, so what's your plan? How's it work? What's it look like? Do you understand that responsibilities include schoolwork, and that after schoolwork, which is part of responsibilities, is done, then you get the rewards of the play and the technology? So the apply it goes back to 7 habits, not the lesson goes back to 7 habits of highly effective people. And that is to seek first to understand. So I was trying to understand better, and I did good, but I could have been better. I always can be better, and that's the character of a leader, is looking at sometime when we do okay or good and trying to do better. Particularly, leader is leading of people, and when we can lead people better, we're gonna get better results. So in the doobly-doo down below, if you have any advice for my seeking to understand and parenting in this situation, I'd love to hear it. Or a story of your success in navigating a difficult relationship with a spouse, a child, or a coworker, or I hate the word subordinate, an employee, a team member. Put that down in the doobly-doo. You be blessed.